This now brings me to the massive theft that has been going on with coffee. Right from 1986, I started the struggle to add value to our coffee because our cadres who were deployed there told me the value differentials between our coffee sold as beans and what it would get when processed as soluble coffee or any other type of final coffee to be consumed. At that time, 1986, the kilogram of beans of coffee would give Uganda $1 per kilo, while the same coffee process would give the seller there in UK $14. Many times in meetings, I would point out that those who say they are donors are actually donees, because in every kilogram of coffee, Uganda was giving them $13, and also donating jobs. Whose children roast the green beans and ground them into powder in Europe? Are they our children? Whose electricity do they use? I have checked the latest figure. There is a type of coffee, Robusta coffee, that is known as Screen 18. Sold as green coffee, that is as bean, after you remove the skin. After removing the skin, apparently, our people are being paid $3.34 per kilogram. This is the good one. The other grades, they get much less. I think the lowest grade gets $1.7 per kilogram. When this same kilogram is roasted in London and ground, it shrinks to 700 grams and packed into packets of 300 grams each. Each packet is sold at $12, which means that 700 grams may fetch about $30. Therefore, for what Uganda gets $3.34, the smart people of UK get $30. Each coffee bean that is sold in supermarkets abroad takes away our phosphorus, our nitrogen, our potassium, and other nutrients for 10% of the value at which the final consumer buys the product. 90% of the value of that product from our soils, and 100% of the accompanying jobs that go with the roasting, grinding, and packaging of the product at that stage are all donated to the outsiders. The total value of coffee in the world, you hear these figures, my comrades. The total value of the coffee in the world is $460 billion. The global coffee trade brings in $460 billion. However, of this figure, the coffee-growing countries, of this figure, 460 billion, the coffee-growing countries of the whole world only get $25 billion. Can you imagine? 460 billion business for coffee, the coffee-growing countries of the whole world, Brazil, all of them, all of us, 25 billion. I'm really embarrassed. Now, this is for all the coffee-growing countries, Brazil, Colombia, Vietnam, and us. Out of the 460 billion, our share is $25 billion. The African coffee-growing countries, their share is only $2.4 billion. From the total value of 460 billion business of coffee in the whole world, wonderful Africa, republics with presidents, with honorable ministers, honorable members of parliament, right honorable speakers, and right honorable I don't know what. Our share, $2.4 billion. The African growing countries, exporters of unprocessed raw materials, it is economic to add value, are exploiters. When we dehusk, roast, grind, and pack here, Uganda will get more dollars, and we shall also pay higher prices to our farmers. The farmers are now cheated because the biggest beneficiaries from our coffee are the external roaster, grinders, and packers of coffee. The story about blending ETC is nonsense. That blending ETC can be done here. We have both Robusta and Arabica. In any case, I hear that our good Robusta is used to blend inferior coffees from other areas, but in Europe. It is this centuries-old hemorrhage that I saw my old friend, the Honorable Abed Bwanika, was so passionately supporting here some weeks ago. I said, but I still have my mouth. I'll go with my mouth. I don't leave it at home. When I go to Parliament, I will speak. And I have come. It is this hemorrhage that NRM opposed from the beginning in the point number 5 of the NRM 10 points program, already referred to. With coffee, I tried so many groups. Nescafe, Nestle, Tata. There is a Ugandan called Banya. I helped him to do ban cafe. Star Coffee. I tried to work with the Tanzanians in Bukoba to no avail. All these I've been trying them. When I met Madam Pinetti, the one you have been attacking, she had no idea about coffee. It is not her. She had no idea about coffee. I, however, could see that she had a wide network of contacts. I asked her to look into coffee. After some time, she came back with a positive report that it was doable. I am the one who told her. She didn't, for her, she was in hospitals. Therefore, those attacking that project are supporters of Okenenura, to bleed of Africa, perpetual bleeding. If they were not, they would have responded to our call of 1986 and after to come forward and add value to coffee and seek government assistance. So I am ready to sit down with all these coffee people If you want to add value, I will support you. But if you want to be a slave, I will not support you. Siwagaranga abagala obuddu for Africa. Instead of attacking the savior or your anatasa, if you are genuine, join the liberation effort. We are here. I will meet all those in the coffee. After my country, I'm going up country in a few days. When I come back, I will call all of you, say, because you have seen the Kibaro now. $460 billion. The coffee producing countries in the whole world only share $25 billion. How can this be? How? How can we accept this? And I call myself president, I call with a flag, with the... I am not a clown. It is criminal for anybody to continue arguing for the continued export of raw materials in Africa when there is 90% more value in that product